Hello everybody, get ready to do lesson 2.3 of pre-algebra math, part 1. Simplifying variable expressions today. We have a 36-point skill sheet for our classwork, and then we got 22 points here worth of notes to take. Here are our standards, our objective, and then here's our bell work. Students, write these as rate as a fraction, both these as a fraction. Teachers, give your students about 5 minutes. We're back for our solutions for our bell work. There would be the way you would write 17 meters per 1 second, 0.75 pounds per 1 foot, 1 square foot. We got a square there, don't forget that. Okay, into our lesson here. The parts of an expression that are added together are called terms. In the expression below, the terms are 5x, 4x, and the coefficient of each term. Here's the coefficient. This is just a constant here. So here are our terms. Each of these terms are separate from each other. They're separated by an addition sign. So coefficients are 5 and 4 here. And the 7 would be a constant. Okay, constant. Go back in the video and look at that and pause it. Students, for your vocabulary, in your own words, define terms, define coefficient. Go back into the video or go back into the PowerPoint. If you have PowerPoint, define those. And then we have more vocabulary here. Constant term, like terms here. Okay, example 1. Identifying parts of an expression. Here is an expression here. Terms, coefficients, constant terms of this expression here. What are they? So write the expression as a sum. We're going to put our negative inside of parentheses and then our -3 inside of parentheses as well. It separates them off better. Identify the parts of the expression. Note that because y equals 1y, the coefficient of y would be 1. We have a 1 here. That's in when you write in a variable by itself. So here are our terms. y, 8, -5y, -3. Like terms are y and -5y. They both have y as a variable. And then 8 and -3, they're both constants. So those are like terms. Coefficients are 1 and -5, 1 and -5, then our constants are 8 and -3 for that. Into our guided practice. For this expression here, identify terms, like terms, coefficients, and constants. And then students, same thing for you. Do this on your independent practice. I'm going to do this now for the guided practice. Here's our expression. So we're going to put our -6 inside parentheses and our -y inside of parentheses and add them. It does not change the value of this expression by doing that, and it separates them off better. So the terms are 5, 8w, -6, and -y. Those are our terms. And then like terms are 8w and -y. So 8w and -y, they're like terms. They're not the same sign, but they're like terms. And then our constants are 5 and -6. That would be our constant. So coefficients would be 8. We have 8 here, and then -1. W has a coefficient, or rather W has a coefficient of -1. And then the constant terms are 5 and -6. Those are our constants. And then again, here is the expression. Putting these two here, we're going to simplify this expression now. So we're going to put our constants together here, 5 plus -6, and then we're going to move this over here. 8 plus -1 times w. We're going to distribute our multiplication through the bracket here with our coefficients. We're going to combine our 8w and our -w like this. 8 plus a -1. And then we come up with this. A -1 plus 7w would be the simplification of this original expression here. -6 and 5 would be -1, and then positive 8w and -w would be 7w. 7w minus 1. This is more of a standard form, a standard representation of this expression. Combine. So in this example here, example 2, we're going to simplify this expression, write as a sum. So we're going to put our negative n and our negative 7 inside parentheses, and then we have our other terms here, commutative properties. So we're going to move our negative n over next to our 4n here, and then our negative 7 will be moved over to our positive 9, so we have our grouped together there. It'll be easier to combine them. So after we move things around, we're going to factor out an n from our variable expressions here. So it'll be 4 plus a negative 1 times n plus negative 7 and positive 9. And then we get 4 plus a negative 1 would be positive 3 times n plus 2. Negative 7 plus a positive 9 would be positive 2. Okay, this expression here, simplifying it, what we're going to do is we're going to multiply our negative 1 through our parentheses here. So we have 8c plus 2, negative 1 times c is negative c. Negative 1 times positive 2 would be negative 2. So we have this now. So now we're going to group together our variables together, 8c minus c plus 2 minus 2. We're going to group our constants together. And then we just come up with positive 7c. 8c minus c is 7c. These cancel out to 0. Here is a simplified expression of that. That was lesson 2.3, part 1. Part 2 and part 3 are available at the email. Thank you.